got another career looking for you.
Tell everybody.
But you turned the fake.
Yeah.
It's a fake
Oh, wait.
show, but
She look like this.
Yeah, these days, turn that into a.
yeah, that's like an exorcist.
Woo! Alright, everybody, this is my one. Sorry, I do the Ric Flair woo, you know?
I know, it's fine.
Shout out to Ric Flair. I'm here with Detroit's very own Queen Naija in the house today.
What's up, y'all?
How are you doing?
I'm doing amazing. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing especially great because every artist I get to talk to, part of my job is to listen to your music all day. So I was listening to Misunderstood, all of them, all day. Hate Our Love.
Thank you.
Shout out to you and Sean.
For a fact.
I want to say, you know what's crazy is you manifested that. Was that 2017, 18? When you were like, I want to work with Big Sean.
Yeah, I sure did. I mean, I kept saying it. But closed mouths don't get fed. That's how he reached out to me because he probably seen that I kept saying it.
He reached out to you?
Yeah.
Wow, that's so dope.
Super dope.
That's so dope. What I think is so cool is this isn't an easy industry to maneuver through. Life isn't easy at all.
Yeah.
And you've gone through the ups and downs. Like how many hours, so you were, before you had to try out for American Idol, how many hours in line? I really wanted to ask. Was that as crazy as they make it seem?
Man. Yes. The hours are long. I think we even almost camped out overnight.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
So overnight you
was
camped
crazy.
out and you made it to what, top 30, right?
Top 40. I didn't get
Incredible.
to the live part where they call and vote, and I got kicked off for them. But thank God I got kicked off.
Thank God, they fucked up.
Yeah.
They fucked up. I don't know where those other 39 motherfuckers are, but they're not here.
Hey.
Right? But then what I think is so amazing is even after that, you went through other hardships. Like
For a
you said,
fact.
you had a child, you went through welfare.
For a fact.
And then you built your own fucking foundation with your YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
And then you hit another roadblock after a breakup. You had to go and you said, fuck it, roadblock again. You went and created your own YouTube channel.
Yeah.
So I just gotta applaud you because there was
Thank you.
nothing gonna stop you.
Yeah, I'm actually a hustler.
I know. I think you could have been whatever you wanted. Like if you wanted to be an astronaut, you'd probably be with Elon.
I think I could.
I think you could.
Cause sometimes honestly, this is even though it may seem like I've been through this, it fell into my lap so easily. So
What do you mean you fell into your lap? Because you worked your ass off to be here.
I did, but when I say it fell into my lap, it's I didn't expect it. It's not something I was oh, I'm gonna drop medicine and I'm gonna hope that they play it on the radio and the labels reach out. No, I did that because I was oh, well, let's just put this song out to let our fans know that we are divorcing. And it was just boom. Once I dropped that, I didn't know if so many people were gonna share it and labels were gonna reach out to my emails and it just kind of fell. It came a little bit the music part came so easy for me after I built my fan base on YouTube.
Yeah.
So it's it kind of fell into my lap. But now that I'm here and I'm more super involved in knowing what I want, because first getting into the industry, I didn't know what the industry was or how it operated. But now that I'm in it, I know more what I want and I'm involved in learning myself every day. So.
Absolutely. No, I can tell you're very involved. When I watch your videos, everything from your videos to the songwriting to the production, it's all you.
Yeah.
I can tell you have your hands on everything.
For a fact.
So I got to give you a gift. I do this corny thing. I gift every artist an album.
Mm-hmm.
And I was choosing between two, and I thought this was the album to give you.
Oh,
Christina Aguilera's
thank you.
Stripped. So I want to talk about the song Beautiful.
Oh my
that's on there.
God, that is so crazy.
That's the record you sang in 3rd grade, right?
How'd you know that?
I do my research. That's all I have
Okay,
to do
see,
all day
I like
today.
that. I like when interviews do their research.
Of course. So
Wow.
talk to me about that. You sang the song Beautiful as a 3rd grader.
Yes.
And at that moment you knew you were a star?
Yes, because oh my God, I just remember me being in this red leather jacket with fur on it, and I was just standing there just singing my heart out, and people were in the crowd crying, and then
you had adults crying?
yes, and I had a standing ovation, everybody stood up and just started. I mean, not trying to shit on everybody else, but they had sitting down, but when I sung, they stood up and clapped, and then afterwards everybody was. All the grown-ups was coming up to me, was you're going to be a star one day. You need to go on American Idol.
And it
Yeah,
happened.
and then I went just because I'm know what I want to do in college yet.
Yeah, well, thank God. But what a moment. So it's crazy to think that, one, you remember so much of that. It's so dope. Did you know you can sing like a motherfucker going into that, or was that what told you I can sing good?
I always knew I could sing, but like just having that reassurance from everybody in the crowd, strangers, like just made me, you know, it boosted me up a little bit. Like,
So
ooh.
amazing. And then you made it to American Idol.
Yeah, they kept saying, you're a star, you got it, you got it.
Yeah, they knew. They knew. They had the
That's
foresight.
crazy. That's really crazy.
I think that's a beautiful, no pun intended, that's a beautiful thing. You know, that you got to experience that and you're like, damn, I can impact lives.
That's how I knew, like, that's crazy. I don't know. I don't know why God picked me. I just feel special.
Knock on wood, you work hard for it.
Yeah.
You will, I actually think you have a career route, like a career path in music that people need to make a blueprint out of. You, and I'm trying to think of the other artist, can't remember his name right now, who also had a crazy YouTube following.
DDG, yeah, that's my boy. We got a song together.
What I love about what y'all did is the machine, the industry can't do shit to you.
For a fact, they can't because if right now, if anything was to happen, I was going like, I know that I am grateful for the label because it's like a big old machine doing a lot of stuff, but like we still have that fan base. It's gonna pull hard for us. Like,
I don't even mean the label, just like if the culture, if music, if your next album isn't what the fans want.
Yeah, I go back to YouTube.
Your fans love you. Your fans love you. They're here for you.
Yeah,
so I
love them too.
And I think it's a blueprint that needs to be like labels need to draw it out. Like, okay,
no, don't take our blueprint. No, let us
you got
stay.
the blueprint though.
Yeah, no, but
y'all got a blueprint because like you have equity that no one else can touch. You know. So
for a fact.
that's a beautiful thing. So all your projects have been under the same title, right? Or are we gonna
so this? No. Under the same title.
Misunderstood, right?
No, well, that was just my deluxe. So my first project ever was my EP when I first got signed. That was titled Queen Naija, my name. And then Misunderstood was my debut album, and then I did a deluxe, which was Misunderstood Still.
Okay, because then I saw like a compilation Misunderstood.
Yeah, that was.
It's like an ongoing.
Yeah, nah, I don't care anymore if I misunderstood. You know, it was just a good name.
It was. I like the way you spelled it too. Miss.
Yeah.
Understood.
Perfect.
Like a little pause in there. So you have, like I was saying, man, you really have like a blueprint that I think artists and just creators should follow. But you also are so transparent in your music, I guess is the right word. Almost like if you walked out of here and like slipped and scratched your knee, you're gonna go to the studio tonight
and talk about it.
Sing
I'm
about
gonna talk about the bruise on my knee.
So do you write right after heartache? And it seems like you get in the studio right at your peak moment.
Sometimes and sometimes not. Sometimes I wait and sometimes like there was one song I was like, you know, you kind of want to keep that, like if I was mad or angry or something, I want to keep that there so that I can go hard in the studio with it. So it's like a really good song.
Okay, you were like mad and you were like still thinking about it.
Yeah, like just really frustrated. You know, I not even, I don't get angry much, but just in my feelings.
Oh, okay.
If I'm in my feelings, it's kind of like I want to stay in my feelings to make a good song.
I like that. Yeah. I like that. Well, I'll tell you, I think that's why the fans connect with you so much, is because they see everything you're going to. They saw the breakup on YouTube and then listened to the record and they could really feel it. Yeah,
a lot of people, they always message me and say that I got them through this and got them through a breakup, or like even some people's like, your music helped me from, you know, like committing suicide or whatever. So like, I'm glad that I can make an impact. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that the God in me can make an impact so that, you know, people will make the right decisions and not do things like that and not and just be able to heal. That's the most part. I just want everybody to, you know, be impacted in a good way.
Yeah, what a beautiful thing.
Thank
Just like when you sang Christina's song, the lyrics were to empower you. These people now, what I think, when I'm gonna manifest is there's probably like a little 8-9-year-old girl out there who loves your music, who's gonna do a talent show singing "Hate Our Love," and she's gonna have that moment. It's all gonna come full circle.
That's gonna be so great.
So when I saw who produced "Hate Our Love," that's dope. So they're a production trio now. Kehlani, Young Blue. Or how did that work? I saw it was produced by Mike Woods, but then in parentheses it says Kehlani, Young Blue, and somebody else.
Oh.
I gotta look that up. It looks like they wrote the song. I thought maybe they helped you write
Oh
the
no,
song.
I wrote that whole song by myself.
Oh, Google's gonna have to clarify this.
Oh
We're
yeah,
gonna call
Google.
them.
Like, they're gonna have to. Yeah, there was no. Like I love them, but there was nowhere involved in Hate Our Love.
That's weird.
Yeah,
On
I wrote
Google.
that song completely by myself, and me and Mike Woods both put that beat together in the studio.
Online it says produced by Mike Woods, parentheses, Young Blue, Keanu Lee.
No, we gotta fix that.
Yeah, we got Wikipedia.
Because I love my
Wikipedia
credit.
and
I love to
Google.
have my own. I wrote that song completely.
Hell yeah. Okay, good to
Yeah,
know.
for a
Good to
fact.
know. I just assumed either like they were some kind of production trio that went by the name Mike Woods.
Oh no.
I'm glad we clarified this for any fans who see this, because the internet's crazy.
That's crazy.
Anyone can fix something or type something.
Yeah, no, I definitely wrote that. Yeah, so I mean, but my truth fans know that I write, so I wrote that song. And
No,
Mike Woods is an amazing producer. He's produced Butterflies Part 2 for me, like great producer.
Yeah. No, we know you right, because the things you sing about are things we
Yeah.
see happening. But have you wanted to ever take a step back from being so much, because being a YouTuber, a
Mhm.
popular YouTuber, like top 1% of that
So.
shit,
Mhm.
as well as being a Billboard charting artist, it's kind of like everything you do is out there, right? Like you got to film a vlog every day. Do you
Mhm.
ever just want to be like, I don't want to put out content?
No,
anymore,
I
I'll take
just
off.
sometimes. I mean, I've been taking a break from the vlogging.
Okay.
I do it when I feel like it now. I do it when I feel like it. Because I try not to put so much on myself, and I know that I'm really trying to go hard for this sophomore album. So it's like I'm not gonna. One of the things I like that my downfalls are trying to do too much at one time and then just getting overwhelmed. So right now I don't do the vlogging every day, but I will upload some stuff soon, like some behind the scenes stuff. And then I still have my family channel with my 2 kids and Clarence, my boyfriend. So we have a family channel, and sometimes we upload all that.
Okay, well, that's good. So you're in album mode. When that happens,
Yeah.
YouTube can kind of slow down.
Yeah.
That's smart. Now, one thing you did with the shout out your man Clarence.
Mhm.
He doesn't have Instagram, huh?
Oh no, he has Instagram.
I didn't see it.
He had a following before I even got with him.
I didn't see him tagged, so I immediately thought Bia is the same thing. Like Bia's in a relationship, they're very public, but I can't find the dude tagged anywhere.
Oh, that's crazy.
I thought
Well,
maybe that's
on
it.
my page,
Uh-huh.
we have some stuff. We have a real life, whatever. We have some stuff. You just gotta really look.
I gotta really
But
scroll through.
yeah, Clarence is definitely on Instagram. He's on YouTube. He's
It's
a
all over
streamer.
your page. Like you love showing that. I think it's such a beautiful thing.
Yeah, for a fact. So yeah, he's definitely out there too.
Okay,
You can find him. He can dress his ass off.
Shout out to Clarence. You
Yeah.
give him a lot of love. He must be a great man.
Yeah, he is.
He must treat you really well, because you treat him really well, at least
Yeah.
from what I see.
He's been doing great so far.
Shout out Clarence. You're good so far, Clarence. You made it through semester 1.
Yeah.
Okay, so you mentioned follow-up project you were talking about.
My sophomore.
Your sophomore release. How much of your sophomore release, rock stars, I love Hollywood. How much of your sophomore release do you have done?
Let's just say we got a lot to work on. But it's not gonna take long. It's not gonna take long at all. Once I get in the groove of just recording, I go back the next day and the next day, and probably in 1 month I have a whole album.
Okay.
It's just that it's been so much that I had to do, so much going on.
You
So
are a
it's I
hustler.
have to,
You got a family.
for a fact. I wear so many hats, so it's I'm gonna try to get it done when I can. I'm trying to make sure it's out 2022.
Queen, take your time. Whenever it's meant to be, it's gonna drop.
You're right, but I gotta work for it so it can drop. I'm really bad at time management.
Well,
Yeah,
you're just
so-
doing a lot. It's not your fault,
Yeah, I'm really bad. My
You're
management
hard
system.
on yourself. Girl, you hit billboards.
I know, but I gotta do
You got
better.
Big
I'm
Sean
not
on the
content.
record.
I'm not content.
I love
I'm not
that.
content.
I love that. You got.
I'm grateful, but I'm just not content.
That reminds me of Kobe Bryant when they won some game in the playoffs, and they were like, "You don't look happy," and he's like, "Is the job done?" You're not you're still not.
Yeah,
content.
you gotta just keep pushing, man. You can't get too big headed and I did this and I could just stop. No, I just know that I have I've improved a lot and I'm not where I used to be, but I'm not where I should be.
You want to be yet?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, you got big aspirations. You grew up singing Mary J. Blige.
Yeah,
You grew up singing Christina Aguilera. You had adults crying. You were 10 years old. So I know you got huge aspirations. She wants a picture. Fans want a picture. You can take one from out there.
What did she say?
We can't hear you, I'm sorry. I think she's so excited to see you. I'm gonna pull up some tweets I screenshotted some funny tweets from you. Nothing controversial. I never try to get anyone caught up. These are inspiring and funny tweets.
Wait, for me?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord have mercy.
They're really good. No. These are good. This is one you tweeted November 2021. Life is a blur. I want to learn to live in the moment. I suck at that. Are you any better at that now? It's been about 6 months since you tweeted
No.
this. Isn't it hard? Because I tried to do
know,
that too.
You ever seen the movie Selena?
Yeah.
Remember when she was like looking at the crowd and it was like in slow motion, like she basked and everything, and like she could just live in that moment. I have a hard time doing that because I'm always rushing, and because I'm bad at time management.
and I'm like, I'm the same way because I'm always trying to think about other people and what's happening in the moment.
Yeah.
Like, what can I do better to make this experience better for everybody?
Yeah.
And then you kind of get lost.
And I worry so much about everything that I don't get the time to just like it'd be so much going on in my life that I can't focus on that one good thing, and I wish that I could. So I'm gonna work on it.
Yeah. Well, I think you putting it out there is
Yeah.
the first step. Next tweet, I love this little manifestation. I want to work with Pharrell and Kanye as producers someday.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna throw this out there because you manifested Big Sean. You said this in an interview years ago.
Yeah.
Hate Our Love, where Big Sean is out with a full-blown music video.
Right.
So Pharrell and Kanye, hop on the phone, y'all.
Yeah, I just put it out there so that when we finally do, I can go back and see me say that.
Absolutely. Now the question is, let's say you're at home, your phone's ringing, they both call you. One's at one studio, one's at the other.
Oh, don't do that.
if you, it's not like either way is wrong, but if you had to pick, what would you pick? Oh, you can't.
I would ask, I seen Kanye's documentary, so I know they've been in the studio together before, so I'd be like, well, could y'all just go to the same studio so I can meet the both of y'all?
Got it. Okay, I like that answer.
Yeah,
Safe
perfect.
answer. Because Ye right now is on one. He might hear this and be like, oh, we never work with him.
Right.
This was a really funny tweet recently. You recently said this, like literally 2 weeks ago. This is a war cry. What did that mean?
That's funny.
I thought it was funny. What did that mean though? Maybe I didn't read the context right. I'm sorry.
So this is a war cry. I actually have a gospel song out. Like I said, I grew up in church, and so that's the name of the song, War Cry. And I was just thinking about all the crazy things that are going on in the world, like just like the Ukraine and Russia stuff, and like just so many things, like the pandemic, so many things that have like unfolded right before my eyes. That I just feel like we need God more than ever right now.
I agree.
Like this world is so crazy and so cruel and so cold, and things are just I know things have happened before, like World War II and things, but it's just a little, for me to be having to raise my 2 sons, like in this crazy world. I don't even want to have another kid because I don't want to bring them into this world. And so like when I just look around at everything that's happening, I was just quoting my gospel song, This Is a War Cry, because it's like, we're like, this is a cry out.
Okay.
Yeah,
I thought
you
this
could
was
be
more of like, I'm dropping music soon. This is like, in like war movies
Yeah.
where they're like,
Yeah, I get it.
That's what I thought. You were like, I'm coming, motherfucker.
Yeah, a lot of people took that tweet wrong and didn't know that I have a song. They thought that I was like being sarcastic
I didn't
about
do
the
enough
war.
research clearly,
Yeah.
because I thought you were about to
It's
rip some
okay.
heads
You're
off.
good. Now you know. Now you go
Okay,
listen to it.
now I know.
Yeah.
We got 2 more. This one's great too. I finally got to a point where I don't feel bad for blowing a bag on myself. Proud of me.
Literally.
That's 2022. It took you this long to be able to comfortably indulge in yourself?
Yeah, I still haven't indulged as much as I should. Every time I'm the kind of person that I can go all out for anybody else around me, like my family, my boyfriend, my kids. But when it comes to me, like, I don't know. Like, I always had an issue. Like, I always felt guilty. I always feel like, oh, well, I can put this back. I don't need this. Even though I got it, it's just like, you don't need this. Like, that, I don't know what that means. I don't know. Maybe I got to, like, talk to my therapist and figure out what does that mean? Like, why? But I'm getting to a point now where, like, I think I wrote that right after I like spent some money on myself.
Good.
It's like, oh, I'm proud of me. Like, you know.
Listen, you deserve it. I'm gonna tell you this much. You're top 1% of artists as far as like the foundation you have, the work you put in. Girl, you stood in line for 24 hours to let Simon Cowell scream at you. You know.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was there at the time.
It was Harry Connick Jr., Jennifer Lopez.
Oh, and J-Lo there.
And
how beautiful is she looking person?
oh, beautiful.
One
Chef's
day,
kiss.
J-Lo.
But and I forgot who else. Harry Connick. And it was the
Guitarist.
yeah, the country. I don't.
Yeah.
I wish that I could remember. I can't remember.
Stephen Tyler? I don't know. Anyway, indulge, my friend. You deserve it. You already know that.
Yeah.
But I think your accountant must love you. And you feel bad spending on yourself. Secondly, you deserve it.
My accountant don't like the fact that I load.
We'll just go to the next tweet.
I blow a bag on people.
Hey, that's a beautiful thing. Last tweet. It's really attractive when a man isn't scared to show emotion or vulnerability. So it's cool if a man cries around you?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, like when he opened himself up and let me know what's wrong, and like he's not like too cool to talk about like his scars and like love and being hurt about something. Like, I love when men just can communicate, you know, how they feel. I don't find that to be weak. I find that to be like strong.
Because as a man, like anytime, like, you know, we all cry. If I get broken down in front of my girl, immediately I'm like, oh,
I feel
bitch,
like
come on, girl, get
I
your
feel
shit
like you
together.
guys
Girls
are
are
like,
here.
I feel like men are like, from boys, it's kind of like a thing where y'all are taught to not really show emotion and feelings, and I don't think that that's human. Yes, y'all supposed to be like the stronger ones, I guess. I mean, we're all strong, but
Nah, y'all are the stronger ones.
yeah.
I couldn't carry shit.
But they
in
look
me
at
for
y'all
that
to be
one.
the stronger ones, like. But I just think it's so dope to just be vulnerable. You know, not a wussy, not a crybaby, but like,
Yeah.
but like to show your emotion. It's okay to cry about things that actually mean something to you. Not just cry, but just express yourself.
Okay.
You know, some guys don't know. A lot of guys don't know how to express themselves or like communicate,
100%.
because they feel like it'll make them feel less than a man. But you're
Absolutely.
not less than a man.
No, when it comes to like when we grew up and we were with the homies growing up, can't cry in front of your boys.
Yep.
You
Yeah,
girls,
they
it
make
was
fun
like,
of you.
oh my God, she's crying. What's
Yeah.
wrong? It was, you know, two different worlds we
Yeah, for
grew
a
up
fact.
in. Well, anyway, I wanted that clarification. So us men, we can cry. Good to know.
Yeah, y'all can cry.
Came from the queen herself.
Yeah.
Okay, so exciting year ahead of you. Hate or Love is going crazy
Yeah.
right now. Records all over. I'm hearing it in the
Doing so
office
good.
all fucking day. When we're playing R&B, it's playing. Records doing really good. You manifested the work with Big Sean. Project is gonna come together. As we say, and my people say, inshallah. It's a Middle Eastern
inshallah.
name.
Oh, what part of
Afghanistan.
Oh, really? My father's from Yemen.
Yeah, I know
Yeah.
that. I wish I spoke Arabic.
Yeah,
I was
wish
gonna
too.
start this with the Assalamu alaikum, and you were gonna say walaikum assalam.
Yeah.
But you actually hold true to that too. Like that's
Yeah.
not something that I had to dig deep to find. You're
Yeah.
very proud of that.
Yeah, I definitely say that because like my dad was in my life, so I like to just know that I still have like that part.
That's a beautiful thing. Well, I can't wait to hear what the project is gonna sound like. In the meantime,
Great.
if anybody hasn't heard all your work, you got tons of work out. You're like a real soul artist. Like
Yeah.
soul, like the soul that I grew up off.
Sing for my soul.
Yeah, I love it. So I'm gonna. Everybody knows they need to subscribe to the YouTube channel. I think that's really important because you literally sing to us exactly what's going on in your life, and you give us a great scope of that on YouTube.
Yeah, for a fact. So go subscribe, y'all.
Go subscribe, everybody. All right, Queen. Thank you so much for coming in.
No problem. Thank you for having me.
Of course, Hate Our Love is out now. Where can everybody find you on socials?
Just my name, Queen Naija, QueenNaija. By the way, that's my real name. Queen is my first name. In case you didn't know.
Queen's your legal first name?
Yes, Queen is my first name and Naija is my middle name. My mom gave me that name because she knew I was going to be a star. So just for everybody out there, next time you interview me, my first name is Queen.
What, Mom? How you name me Maiwand and your parents named you Queen? Like, why did my dad name me King? What kind of shit is this? I'm so mad at my parents.
No, it's okay.
right
Your
now.
name is great.
No,
Your
I'm
name is
so
great.
mad at my parents. Like, they looked at me and they were like, They looked at you and they're like, she is a queen. Wow,
funny.
that's a beautiful thing.
Thank you.
Do you think I know I'm done with questions,
okay.
but I do gotta ask this. Do you think that your name played a role in you being so confident in yourself?
I don't know.
I think it did. Cause I
You think
see,
so?
and I always see athletes with weird names. I feel like they do really well because they have weird names. You almost have to like carry that in your back.
Queen.
You're just weird. You just were born as a queen.
Yeah, that's it. I used to think my name was old. I was like, Mom, why'd you name me Queen? I felt, you know what, because my grandma's name is Queen too. So it's like, I felt like
I'm naming my daughter. All my daughters gonna be queen. This shit works.
Queen, yes.
It works.
But I love it now. I live in my name, Queen.
You live up to it too, Queen.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, everybody. This is Dash Radio, my one here with Queen Naija herself. Can't wait to have you back when the album's out. We'll do
For
the
a fact.
whole thing again.
All right.
Thank you so much.
See ya.
Alrighty, bye. Boom.